Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is kind of special because I've invited some of my friends to share their stories about their English teaching journey in Japan. I'm pretty sure that we can learn many things from them, so stay tuned! Hello guys, welcome to my vlog.
Hello.
Thank you for having me here in my vlog.
Thank you.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, I'll go first. I'm Red. I'm from Bulacan in the Philippines. I've been in Japan for about 5 years now.
Wow, 5 years.
Yes, and my hobbies include dancing. I like music, and recently I'm into baking and cooking as well.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Inspired by my
Oh,
dad.
really? Thank you. How about you, Kim? Would you
Alright.
like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so hi, my name is Kian. I'm from Davao City, Philippines, and my interests are reading books, listening to music. I love manga, by the way, and well, I've been doing kendo for 2 years as well. So, yes.
So how long have you been in Japan?
I've been in Japan for almost 4 years. This coming
Wow.
September 1st.
So what do you like about Japan?
Oh, okay. I like the culture.
Culture.
Japanese culture is the best. And the people, they're really good, kind, respectful to elders, and we're typical Asian, Asian people.
Okay, so culture
Yes.
and people.
Culture and people,
So how
yes.
about you, Kim?
Well, there are two things that I like in Japan. First of all is their efficiency.
Okay.
Time
Efficiency.
is really diamond for them,
Mm.
so you cannot be, you cannot be like at a random place at a random time because they value how important things are. And number two is their discipline. They have a
Yeah.
set of rules or protocols to follow, and that discipline helps them to be very how should I say this one, very cautious or be people oriented or be careful with other people's welfare. So I think that's the best thing in Japan.
Okay, so efficiency and discipline. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kim.
Yes.
So what are the things that you don't like about Japan?
Okay, so one thing that I don't like about Japan is that, well, of course, I'm living here in Japan, by the way, and the bills and obligations that we have to pay is in yen. So if most people think that, hey, going to Japan is heaven, no, it's not. You have to be responsible with all your accounts and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's really hard doing it, and apart from that, you have to be street smart and everything because there's a lot of language barriers, different set of rules that you have, that you will be very culture shocked. So I think that's something that I don't really like much about Japan, I guess.
Okay, so that cost of living, right?
Um,
And
yes.
doing things alone
Yeah.
by yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so how
Me,
about,
that's what I don't like about Japan. The cost of living is
Yeah.
really high compared to the Philippines where I'm from. It's really high, and you need to think and save and think about money again. It's really high now. No, bakit?
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Cost of living.
Yes, cost of living.
So how did you come to Japan?
That's a good question. Well, I came to Japan here as a student. So I was on a student visa, and then in the middle of it, I changed from student visa to working visa. So actually, it's like if you could actually study first before you come here as a worker, because it's a good way for us to be very aware, I guess, or be adaptive with the environment. So, yeah.
I came as a family visa. My mom lives here, and after graduation, I went here for work.
Okay, so student visa and family visa. So how did you apply as an English teacher in Japan?
Well, I was referred to my friend here. So actually, I
Same.
came from Niigata, and it's like, hey, there's a direct school actually who wants to hire a direct AOT. So it's like, oh yeah, sure, I want to. So the key for that is like when you're living in Japan and you've got good friends, boom,
Yeah.
that's where a job comes in.
Same. My
Okay, friend
referred me.
referral.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you like about your job?
Well, personally, I love kids and I love communication. So communication with kids, that's what I like about my job.
So were you assigned as an assistant language teacher in elementary?
Yeah,
or junior high
elementary.
school?
Well, my first job was elementary and junior high school. It's a mixed position. So that's when I fell in love to the job because speaking to kids with that innocent mind, it's really something.
So which one do you prefer, elementary?
I think
or-
elementary.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I
As
love
for me,
elementary.
I like elementary students.
Yeah, they're funny, they're silly, right?
Yes.
So how about you, Ken?
Well, in my case, I actually came from high school, and then I shifted to elementary, so there's like a big gap.
What high school? Is that junior high school, senior high school?
It's senior high school.
Oh,
Senior high school.
senior high
It's
school.
really
wow.
a different environment.
Yeah.
It's easier in senior high school, let me tell you. You can just like sit around and just do nothing.
Right.
In elementary, you have to work a lot. You have to be very active on things. You have to be proactive on things.
Exactly.
So
I agree.
what I like about my job is I agree with him in terms of communication. Because for me, teaching is not just teaching about the language and stuff like that, but it's actually about working or communicating with your kids, communicating with your teachers, communicating with the Japanese working environment. So it takes a lot of flexibility and being street smart, I guess, to make things work.
So this job is all about communication.
Yes.
Thank you. So what don't you like about this job?
Well, for me, I think the language barrier
That's true.
between Japanese coworkers. It's really hard. Sometimes you have miscommunication, misunderstanding on lessons. So I think that's the thing I don't like about it.
Can Japanese teachers speak English?
Well, not everybody, but some try to speak in English. Well, yeah, not everybody.
Okay, I see. So you really need to acquire Japanese skills.
Yes, you need to step it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Just basic ones will be really helpful because
Yeah, basic
eventually,
ones,
once
yes.
you're in the job, you get to
You can
use the language, even if it's like we call it katakoto or it's not really proper one,
Proper.
you'll just get by
Yeah,
through it.
yes.
But one thing that I don't like about my job as an ALT is that because I'm an assistant language teacher, I don't have full control of class. So that's
No
where,
full control.
yes,
Okay.
that's classroom management and politics. Because, I mean, even if you do like Japan, we do have certain protocols, who leads the class, who handles the kids and stuff like that, and we don't have anything about it. So if there's going to be like a problematic student, we have to know how to do things right. So we have to ask proper guidance with your children. So
Rules are rules.
it's very strict.
Thank you. So how long do you intend to stay in Japan?
Well, in my case, I do love Japan. So I fell in love with the country. I think I will be staying here probably 10, 20 years or
Wow.
maybe in the longer run. I mean, I could just go back to the Philippines when I want to, but I think Japan will be the second home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, how
For
about you,
me,
Red?
My family's here. I have no plans. Maybe 10 to 20 years or so. I'm not sure yet. I'll stay longer.
Wow. 10 to 20 years. That means you really like Japan very much.
Exactly.
So what advice can you give to the aspiring ALTs?
Number one, patience. You need to have that, especially for elementary AOTs. You need that. I'll just put it out there. Patience.
Okay.
Next, maybe Japanese language. They need to, step it up, get that Japanese language before applying, even though they say on the job advertisement that they don't need it, that you don't need it, but in reality, you need it. You need it. So, Japanese language talaga.
Okay. Patience in Japanese language.
Yun talaga.
Yeah, how about you,
Yes.
Kim?
Well, in my case, one thing that I could advise for aspiring AOTs is first, you have to make sure to be flexible in all levels because there are many circumstances or events where you cannot control things, but you really have to know or you have to be level-headed on many things. Number two, find connections as much as you can because it could be from your friends, from your family, because to be honest, it's easier to find jobs once you're in Japan. So for those people who came from other countries who wants to go to Japan, make sure you go to the right agencies, go to the right people to hang out with. That's the basic or most practical advice I could give you. And last, have fun. You have to have fun while you're
yeah,
doing your
that's
job because it's
Just like this.
Yes, like this. Because it's gonna be boring. I mean, Japan is reality speaking. Japan is just really a hard-working country. So we just have to have fun.
Yes, exactly.
Very well said. Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's here.